JEE Advanced 2025, Paper 1 Physics, Question 9. Let us visualize the setup. We have a cube of unit volume, that is 1 cubic meter, containing 35 times 10 to the power 7 photons. Each photon has a frequency of 10 to the power 15 Hz. All this photon energy is treated as the average energy density of an electromagnetic wave in the same volume. We need to find the amplitude of the magnetic field. Here is the full question. A cube of unit volume contains 35 times 10 to the power 7 photons of frequency 10 to the power 15 Hz. If the energy of all photons is viewed as the average energy of electromagnetic waves in the same volume, the amplitude of the magnetic field is alpha times 10 to the power minus 9 Tesla. Given mu naught equals 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7, h equals 6 times 10 to the minus 34 joule seconds, and pi equals 22 over 7, find alpha. The key concepts. First, the energy of a single photon is E equals h times nu, where h is Planck's constant and nu is the frequency. Second, for an electromagnetic wave, the time-averaged energy density is given by U equals B naught squared divided by 2 mu naught, where B naught is the amplitude of the magnetic field and mu naught is the permeability of free space. We equate the total photon energy per unit volume to this average energy density, then solve for B naught. Now the solution. Step 1. Calculate total energy. Total energy E equals N times H times nu. Substituting, E equals 35 times 10 to the 7, times 6 times 10 to the minus 34, times 10 to the 15. Computing this, 35 times 6 is 210, and the powers of 10 give 10 to the minus 12. So total energy is 2.1 times 10 to the minus 10 joules. Step 2. Energy density. Since volume V is 1 cubic meter, the energy density U equals E over V, which is simply 2.1 times 10 to the minus 10 joules per cubic meter. Step 3. Find B naught. Using U equals B naught squared over 2 mu naught, we get B naught squared equals 2 times mu naught times U. Substituting, B naught squared equals 2 times 4 pi times 10 to the minus 7, times 2.1 times 10 to the minus 10. Using pi equals 22 over 7, this becomes 2 times 4 times 22 over 7 times 2.1 times 10 to the minus 17. Now 2.1 divided by 7 is 0.3, so we get 2 times 4 times 22 times 0.3 times 10 to the minus 17, which is 52.8 times 10 to the minus 17. That is 5.28 times 10 to the minus 16. Taking the square root, B naught equals approximately 2.3 times 10 to the minus 8 Tesla, which is 23 times 10 to the minus 9 Tesla. Therefore, alpha equals 23. The correct answer is alpha equals 23. The amplitude of the magnetic field is 23 times 10 to the minus 9 Tesla. Here are some important tips for JEE Advanced. Tip 1. Remember the photon energy formula E equals h nu. For n photons, total energy is n h nu. Tip 2. The average energy density of an electromagnetic wave relates to the magnetic field amplitude as U equals B naught squared over 2 mu naught. Tip 3. When pi equals 22 over 7 is given, look for cancellation. Here 2.1 over 7 simplifies to 0.3, making the arithmetic clean. Tip 4. For square roots of numbers like 5.28 times 10 to the minus 16, separate the mantissa and exponent. Square root of 10 to the minus 16 is 10 to the minus 8, and square root of 5.28 is about 2.3. Like and subscribe for more JEE Advanced solutions at MAGPIEHUB. See you in the next video.